What's going on, guys? So for today's video, we're going to be talking about the importance of having a lift pump on your 2001 through 2016 Duramax powered 2500 3500 truck. And by lift pump, I'm talking about, like, if you've ever been on a forum or on the Facebook groups or something like that, you'll see people throw around names like a Fast 150 or an Air Dog, something like that. Even a Raptor. All those are just named like the name or the company of lift pump. What a lift pump does, in basic terms, I guess, is it's a low pressure fuel pump, and it pushes the fuel from your gas tank to your... What a lift pump does is it takes fuel, it draws the fuel from your gas tank, from your fuel tank, and pushes it to your injection pump. All Duramaxes from 2001 through 2016 does not have any kind of a fuel pump. They only have injection pumps. So adding a lift pump is very crucial to the performance of your truck. It will save your CP3, or in cases with the LMLs, if you're still stuck with CP or the CP4, it will help save that CP4 from cavitation and ruining a $10,000 fuel system. These fuel systems are not cheap in these trucks. I see, like, swapping in a CP3 or putting in a CP3 alone can cost well over $1,000, depending on what CP3 you get. If you get a Reman, it might be a little less than $1,000. You get a brand new CP3 from Bosch or from another company like Exergy, Industrial, you're looking more towards $1,000 plus. So lift pump will help save your CP3 pumps and your CP4 pumps from basically going to shit. Stock form, without a lift pump, your CP3, CP4 injection pump pulls the fuel through a vacuum, basically, and then has to pressurize the system at the same time. Where adding a lift pump will save your injection pump so that it doesn't have to sit there and pull the fuel through a vacuum from the tank to itself and then pressurize the system at the same time. All it has to do is just pressurize the fuel going into your fuel rails, which then leads to your injectors. Another great thing about adding a lift pump is that it cleans the fuel. You can run different filters with different micron ratings. Basically, what that's going to do is allow you to run down to a 2 micron filter, which will get just about any kind of dirt and debris out of the fuel. They also separate water and air. On a stock Duramax with the stock filter housing, the water and fuel sensor doesn't really work as well. The water and fuel sensor is known for not working at all in most cases. A lot of times, like what I did, I'll show y'all in another video when I do more of an overview of what all I have done to this truck. once you add a lift pump, you can actually delete the stock filter housing and never have to deal with it again, because the filter housings that come on these trucks for the stock fuel filters are known to cracking, allowing air into the system, which then can lead to injector problems, injection pump problems, things like that. Good thing about adding a lift pump is that you actually have a separate fuel filter and water separator. Having a separate water separator and fuel filter allows you to drain the water out of the system before it reaches your injection pump. But like I mentioned earlier, a great thing about having a lift pump is that it also separates the air. Air can cause nothing but havoc, just wreaking havoc on your fuel system. And like I said earlier, these fuel systems are not cheap. On the later models, you're looking at upwards of $10,000 to replace the fuel system, and that's going from fuel lines to the injection pump lines, your fuel lines to the rail, from the rail lines to the injectors, and your injectors. These injectors are not cheap. These injectors can cost anywhere from $300 to $500 a piece. So adding a lift pump will help save a lot of money in the long run. Yes, you're going to be spending somewhere between $500, $600, $700, even $800, depending on which one you get and what all you get with it. If you want to add a sump with it, if you get a draw tube, things like that. But anyways, if you get any message from this video, let the message be known that adding a lift pump to your Duramax powered truck, will save your truck's longevity. Well, adding a lift pump to your stock Duramax, whether it's stock or you, like me, and you have EFI Live tunes on it, and an air intake, a 4-inch exhaust, 5-inch exhaust, whatever. Adding a lift pump to your Duramax will help save your fuel system down the road. If you enjoyed this video, please like it. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Thank you, and I'll talk to y'all later.